Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to enhance employee training with AI-driven learning paths in Pabbly Connect. So here, as a corporate trainer, I'm regularly receiving new employee details and new candidates who require training and skills improvement. On the basis of these details, I want to generate systematic and personalized learning paths for each of them and send them as PDFs in mail. Now over here, I'm receiving all the details in my Google Sheets, and I want that as soon as a new row is going to be added in my Google Sheets along with the details of a new candidate and their skill sets and requirements, automatically with the help of my AI agent, that is OpenAI, a systematic and personalized learning path should be generated and should be added automatically in Google Docs. To automate this entire process, I'm not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills. I'm going to build the connection between all these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for your business, if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, we are going to learn step by step how to enhance employee training with the help of AI-driven learning paths and Pabbly Connect. So here, as an owner of a corporate training center, I'm receiving multiple details of new employees or new candidates along with different skill sets and knowledge. On the basis of these details, I need to provide them a learning path which should cater all the skills which they have, the skills which they need to improve, their preferred learning type, as well as it should also recommend new learning and training modules, books, and courses to the employees on the basis of their details. Now, doing it manually is going to take a lot of time. Therefore, I have decided to automate this entire process. So here, as a new row is going to be added in my Google Sheets, that means the details of a new employee along with the skill sets, job role, department, and their details are going to be added in my Google Sheets. Automatically, a learning path in the personalized format for that same employee is going to be generated with the help of my AI agent. And here, as an AI agent, I'm using OpenAI. As soon as the learning path will be generated, automatically the document of that learning path in PDF format is going to be mailed to the employee on their email address automatically. Now, to automate this entire process, I'm not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills. I'm going to set up the connection between my Google Sheets, my AI agent, that is OpenAI, Google Docs, in which I'm going to create the document of the learning path for the employee or the candidate, and Gmail. And all these applications are going to be connected with each other without coding and programming with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let's get started quickly to automate this entire process. We are on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR in our browser. Once you will reach here, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user like me, just click on sign in to log into your account directly. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. Now it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On the dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. To save the workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. And now I'm going to click on this create workflow option in order to create a new workflow in front of you. So here, first of all, as we have done that, a dialog box is open in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to the workflow. So let me provide a name over here: Enhancing Employee Training with AI-Driven Learning Paths in Pabbly Connect. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. So these are the folders which I have created for different kind of workflow requirements. The automation which I'm going to create currently is related to AI. So here I'm going to select the specific folder that I have created for all the automations that are related to artificial intelligence. So here we have AI automations, and now I'm going to click on create. So my workflow will get saved automatically in the folder which I have decided. Now as we have done that, you can see a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains three extremely important windows. Here we have trigger and action. So trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose here I want that every time I'm going to receive a new detail of employee in my Google Sheets, automatically on the basis of those details, a specific and personalized learning path should be generated with the help of AI agent, that is OpenAI. So over here I'm going to take, let's say, Google Sheets and Trigger and OpenAI as my AI agent in action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, then we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when a new row is going to be added in my Google Sheets along with the details of a new candidate or a new employee, then automatically on the basis of those details, the content for learning path is going to be generated with the help of AI agent. So over here, after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating the automation step by step. To start with the process of this workflow, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application. So our trigger application over here will be Google Sheets. Let's select that. In my case, I'm recording the details of the candidate and the employee with the help of Google Sheets. But if you want, you can also take any other database, any form builder application, or any other application where you are recording the details. So here I have selected trigger application as Google Sheets, and now we have to select the trigger event. That means on the happening of which specific event in Google Sheets you want to capture the response and start your workflow. So here I want that when a new or updated spreadsheet row will be added in my Google Sheets along with the details of a new employee or a candidate, then the response should be captured inside Pabbly Connect and my workflow should start. So over here we will select new or updated spreadsheet row. So you can see that as soon as we have selected trigger application as Google Sheets and the trigger event, we have received a webhook URL, and also here we have received some instructions. So basically we need to follow the given instructions step by step carefully, and we have to insert the webhook URL inside our Google Sheets. As we will do that, then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new row from Google Sheets towards Pabbly Connect. So let's copy the webhook URL and then I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do. So first of all, I will take you towards my Google Sheets. After coming over here, you can see that this is my spreadsheet which contains the details of the employee. So here we have the ID of this employee or the candidate, then we have the employee name, we have the email of that employee on which we want to send the learning path as PDF, then we have the phone number, their department in which they work, their job role, their skill level, their skills which they have acquired, skills which they need to improve, and the learning style which they prefer. According to these details only, I want to generate the learning path in the customized format, which will cater all the requirements of the skills which the employee need and all the skills which they have already. All right. We have to go towards extensions to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. And over here we have the option of add-ons. When we'll click on this get add-ons, it will take us towards Google Workspace Marketplace. So here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhook is the add-on which we need to install in Google Sheets to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. You can see that I've already installed this add-on, so I'm going to cross it. Now, once you will install your add-on for the very first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet. Then only you will be able to find the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks under extensions. As I can see the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here, let's go towards initial setup. So basically we have to do an initial setup in which we have to enter two details: webhook URL and the trigger column. So first of all, we have to paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect over here. Then we have to go towards the trigger column, and on the basis of your spreadsheet and your data, you have to decide a trigger column over here. So what is trigger column? The concept of trigger column says that when a new row will be added in your spreadsheet up till this specific column, the entire row is going to be sent automatically towards Pabbly Connect. So here, for example, in my spreadsheet, I have the columns up till J. So when a new row is going to be added along with the details of a new candidate or a new employee, when that row is going to be fulfilled up till the J column, when the data will be added up till J column in the spreadsheet, then only the entire row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect and not before that. This is my objective. So here J is my trigger column. In the similar manner, according to your spreadsheet and the details which you have to decide a specific trigger column. When the new row will be added up till that column, the row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect. Okay. Now we'll click on the send test button to send the test response of this second row towards Pabbly Connect, as the row number 2 is sent towards Pabbly Connect as test data. So I'm going to click on submit. As we have submitted the initial setup, the setup is configured successfully. So I'm going to cross it. I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect. And here you can see that the response is automatically and instantly captured. So in the response, we have received all the details. Let's start reading them one by one. First of all, we have the trigger column, that is we have decided as J. Then we have the spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, skills to be improved by the candidate. We have the skills which are acquired by this candidate. Then we have the skill level. We have the sheet name, sheet ID, row index. That means the number of row which we have received as a response. So we have number of 2 over here as response. So the row index is 2. Then we have the learning style which is preferred by the candidate. That is over here we have video. We have their phone number, their job role, their employee, the name of that employee, their ID and email, as well as the department in which they work. So as you can see, we have received exactly the same details which we have in our Google Sheets. This means the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is built successfully. And now after building this connection, we also want that every time a new row will be added in this spreadsheet up till our trigger column which we have decided, we do not have to do anything manually. The data should be keep on sending automatically towards Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to go towards extensions. We have to go towards Pabbly Connect webhooks, and here we have the second option of send on event. We have to click on this button. As soon as we have done that, that means we have made sure that every time now a new row is going to be added in this spreadsheet up till our trigger column, then the data will be keep on sending automatically towards Pabbly Connect. Once we have built the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, now let's move forward. Over here, we are supposed to generate the learning path for this particular candidate according to their details which we have received from Google Sheets. And in order to generate the learning path automatically, we are going to use our AI agent as OpenAI, that is ChatGPT. So let's go towards our action step and let us select OpenAI as our action application. I am using OpenAI, so I've selected OpenAI as my action application, but in the similar manner, if you're using any other AI application for generating your content as your AI agent, you have to select that specific application over here. We have selected OpenAI as our action application, and now we have to select the action event. So I'm going to use ChatGPT to generate my content. So I'm going to select the same ChatGPT as my action event. Now we have to build the connection. So let's click on this connect button. To build the connection between your OpenAI account and Pabbly Connect, you have to keep in mind that you are already logged into your OpenAI account. Not only OpenAI, but any application which you want to connect with Pabbly Connect, you have to keep in mind that you are already logged into that, because then your connection process is going to become easier and simple. Now here we have two options for building this connection: add new connection and select existing connection. So in case if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. But to create a new connection, I'm going to show you what you are supposed to do. So here you have to go towards add new connection. You have to go towards this hyperlink to generate a token and enter that token over here. Now, if you are already logged into your OpenAI account, this hyperlink is directly going to take you towards the API key section. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink as I am already logged in. And here it has taken me towards API key page of my OpenAI account. So I'm going to click on this create new secret key button. Here we have to provide a name to this key. So let's say the name I'm going to give is employee training. And now I'm going to select the default project over here. So you can give any name according to your choice, and you have to select a project in which you want to save your API key. I have a single project that is default. I have already selected that. And now I'm going to click on create secret key button. As we have done that, the secret key is ready. Let's copy it. We'll click on done and we'll paste it over here like this. Now let's click on save, and that's it. The connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect is built. So now we just have to move forward towards entering the details. First of all, we have to select the model by using which we want to generate our content. So here you have multiple models in ChatGPT. I am currently using GPT-4o mini model to generate the content of learning path. Then we have to move forward towards the prompt section. So what is prompt? Prompt is actually the highlight step of this automation. Basically, it is very important because here we are going to provide command to our AI agent or to our ChatGPT account that what we actually wanted to do for us. I want my ChatGPT to generate a content for learning path for my employees, which should cater all the details which I'm going to provide as input, such as their name, their skill set, their job role, their department, the skills in which they want improvement, everything. And according to those details, it should analyze and give a proper content of learning path that I am directly going to add in my Google Docs without any further changes. Also, I'm going to include all the instructions, all the points that should be included in that particular content, because it is going to be generated in the document format. So here I'm going to add each of the pointers which I want. that let's suppose in first point I want the introduction, in second point I want the skill sets that are required according to the job role of the candidate, then third I want to recommend the following courses or modules or training modules which the candidate could pursue in order to improve these skill sets, feedback, etc. All right, so you have to include each and every detail and instruction in your prompt. Also, apart from this, you should include the details or the sentences or symbols or any specific words which you do not want in your content. So here, according to the requirement, my prompt will be. Now over here, this is my prompt. You are an AI assistant specializing in corporate training and skill development. Based on the following employee details, generate a personalized learning path that includes a structured plan with recommended course, training formats, and learning objectives. Ensure the plan is tailored to the employee's role, industry, skill level, and preferred learning style. Employee details are, so here I'm going to enter the details of my employee, that is employee name such as their email, their department, their job roles, skills which they have acquired, skills which they need to improve, preferred learning style. All right. And then I have provided the instructions that which kind of response I want. So learning path overview, provide a brief introduction explaining how the learning plan is structured. Highlight the primary skill gaps being addressed. Personalized training module, list 3 to 5 training modules. Module name, learning objectives, recommended course and resource training format based on preferred learning style. Estimated completion time should also be there. Suggest a learning schedule. Provide a timeline for completing the learning path. Include deadlines for each module. Additional recommendations, suggest extra resources such as books, articles, or case studies. Recommend mentorship or peer learning opportunities if applicable. Final action plan and next steps. Outline how the employee should approach the training. Include how progress will be measured, like quizzes, project submissions, and certifications. Encourage feedback submission to improve further training plans, response format. Ensure the output is structured with clear headings, bullet points, and an easy to follow format for seamless implementation. Also, I want to create a systematic document for this content, so generate it in correct format with proper headings. The output should not contain any extra symbols like these and any blank detail to be added later. So now I have provided the exact prompt. I have included each and every detail which I want in the content and also the details which I do not want. And from start to last, I have included every detail and instruction which I want in my document. All right. Now here, first of all, let's start entering the details of the employee over here as input. First of all, it's asking us for the employee name. So as you know, we have received all the details which we have to enter over here in our earlier response. Also, we have received the employee name. So instead of entering the data, the name and other details manually, we will simply insert these details from the previous step like this. So here I have mapped the employee name. In the similar manner, I'm going to map the email address of the employee as well. So here we have received the email address as well. In the similar manner, now we are going to map the employee department, job role, skills which they have acquired, skills which they need to improve, and the preferred learning style. All right, so I've entered all the details with the help of mapping. Now, as we have mapped these details, they have become dynamic. So mapping makes the data dynamic and replaceable with every new response. As we have mapped these details, so every time a new row will be added along with the details of a new employee in Google Sheets, the response will be captured. And as a new response will be captured in Pabbly Connect, the details which we have mapped will get automatically replaced with the new details of that new employees. In this manner, we are going to automate the entire process of generating content for learning paths for each of the employee and the candidate in the personalized format without even budging our finger. Because if we will enter the data manually over here by typing, it will become static and then it is not going to replace. Therefore, mapping is very important. Alright, so here when we have mapped the details, they will get replaced, but the data which we have entered manually, such as this rest of the prompt, is going to be same each time because it has become static. So every time we want the data should get replaced, there we have to map the data. Otherwise, we have to keep it same. Otherwise, if we want to keep it same and static, we have to enter it manually. Now let's click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we have received the response. In the response, we have received the content. Let's read it. Learning path overview. Then here we do not have any extra symbol in the headings. This personalized learning plan is designed for smart user. Here we have the name of the candidate in order to make the content personalized. A digital marketing specialist in marketing department. So here we have the job role as well as the department. This plan will address the primary skill gaps in copywriting and PPC advertising. The learning path is structured into a series of training modules focused on building expertise in these areas through video instructions and interactive content. So here we have personalized training modules, advanced copywriting techniques, learning objectives. Here we have given, then we have mastering PPC advertising, then we have creative content strategies and much more. By following this structured learning path, smart user will enhance capabilities in copywriting and PPC advertising, aligning with career goals within the digital marketing domain. So here we have entire learning path which is totally catered to the requirements of the candidates along according to the details which we have received from Google Sheets. Now as we have received the content, we want to generate the document for it. So here we are going to use Google Docs to generate the document. Let's go and click on this add action step button. We will select Google Docs as our action application over here to create a new document, and we will enter and we will add the content which we have received from our AI agent in that document. So now we'll click on this create a blank document as our action event, because first of all we have to create a blank document, then we are going to add the details. Let's click on connect. I have already built a connection with my Google Docs, so I'm going to go with the existing connection only. And now here we have to provide the name of the document. So let's say the name of the document is personalized learning path for, and here I'm going to quickly map the name of the candidate. So here as I've mapped the name, it has become dynamic and it is going to replace with every new response. And in this way, we are going to create multiple documents with the different names. Let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, you can see that the response is received, and I'm going to take you towards my Google Docs to show you whether a blank document with this name is generated or not. So here we have received a blank document with the name as personalized learning path for smart user. Now we are going to insert the content in this document. For that, let's click on this add action step button once again. We will select Google Docs once again as our action application, and we have to select append a paragraph to a document. Let's click on connect. We'll go with existing connection only. Here we have to provide the document name, but we have to make it dynamic so that it could change with every new response. So we are going to enter the document ID over here, and that too in the dynamic format. For that, let's turn this mapping button on. We'll delete the existing ID which we have over here in this field, and we'll simply map the document ID which we have received in our earlier response. So here we have received the document ID. Let's map it. Then we have to insert the content. So the content is already generated. Let's map it over here like this, and we'll simply click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, it is showing warning document is required. As you know, we have already entered the document ID, we have mapped it, but it is still showing that document ID is required. So there is a technical glitch. For that, we have to click on this refresh fields button. Let's refresh the fields. Once the data is deleted, here we are going to once again map the document ID. Now let's click on save and send test request button. And as we have done that, the response is captured. Here we have the revision ID and the document ID. So I will take you towards my Google Docs account, and over here you can see that the data, the content is automatically uploaded over here in our Google Docs. All right. So now I'm going to quickly take you towards Pabbly Connect. We need to send PDF of this document to the smart user, that means to the candidate. So for that, here we are going to get the PDF link of the document, and because we want to automate the process, we have to use Google Drive for that. Let's click on this add action step button. Let us select Google Drive as our action application over here, with the help of which we are going to get the PDF link, and we'll select share a file with anyone as the action event. So here we are going to provide the access of the file to be shared with anyone with the link, and we are going to receive the PDF of this file in the response. First of all, for this I'm going to quickly open my Google Drive, and I'm going to go and click on this add new connection. I'm already logged in, so the connection is going to be easier. So I'm going to click on sign in with Google. My account is detected. Pabbly Connect is now asking us for the permission for our Google account. So let's click on allow, as our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect, and the authorization has become successful. As the authorization has become successful, now we have to provide the file ID over here, for which we want to provide the permission, and we want to get the PDF link. So let's turn this mapping button on once again. Here we have the file ID. I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to quickly map the file ID over here which we have received, as that means the document ID. So here we want to provide the permission for this document. We have mapped the ID over here, and now let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, the response is captured. It is saying that the permission is provided to anyone with the link. And also we have received the PDF of this document. So now we are going to send this PDF to the candidate or to the employee on their email address. So let's click on this add action step button. We will simply select Gmail as our action application for sending the mail. And here we will select the action event. So here I'm going to select send email V1. Let's click on connect. I have already connected, so I'm going to go with the existing connection. If you want to create a new connection, just follow the same steps as I've shown you for connecting Google Drive. Now here you can see that we have to provide the recipient email address. So we have received the recipient email address over here on which we want to send this mail. As we have mapped this email address, so it has become dynamic and it is going to replace automatically. Now it is asking us for the sender name. I'm going to use the name of my company, let's say as Pabbly. And because I have entered the sender name manually by typing, it is going to be same each time. Then here we have to provide the subject of the email. So let's say the subject is your personalized learning path is ready. And now I'm going to provide the content of the email as, let's say, dear. In order to make this email personalized, I'm going to map the name of the candidate to whom I'm sending it. And now I'm going to enter the content. We are excited to share your personalized learning path designed to help you enhance your skills and grow in your role as, and now I'm going to quickly map the job role over here. Once again, we have mapped a specific job role so that we can make this email customized and more personalized so that the candidate or the employee will be engaged. Based on your current expertise and learning preferences, we have crafted a structured training plan tailored just for you. So here I'm going to enter. We are here to support your learning journey every step of the way. Let's take your skills to the next level. Best regard, here I'm going to enter Pabbly. Alright, now I'm going to quickly enter the file name and the attachment. So the name of the file is Personalized Learning Path for Smart User. And here we are going to enter the PDF URL in this attachment URL field. So here we have the PDF URL. We have mapped that. Now let's click on Save and Send Test Request button. As we have done that, you can see that the response is captured. It is saying that the mail is sent. So I will take you towards the email account of this person to whom we have sent this email. And over here we can see that yes, here we have received the email to smart user and also the PDF of this document is received. So the client or the employee can just go and check the PDF and they can use it in order to develop their skills and go ahead with the training module. All right. So this means our connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI, Google Docs and Google Drive is built successfully and we have completed the automation of enhancing employee training with AI-driven learning paths. So here as soon as a new row is going to be added along with the new details of an employee, automatically on the basis of their skill sets and the skill improvement, a new learning path is going to be created just for them, which will include a proper structured criteria and a structured path to be followed by the employee in order to improve their skill sets and develop themselves. So now, as we have completed this automation, we are going to test whether it is running fine or not. So I'm going to once again add a new row over here with the new details of a new employee. Let's say this time the name of that employee is new user. Let's say the email is new@pabblytudes.com. Let's say the phone number over here is, let's say the department is. So here I have added a new row for new user as an employee and here we have the job role of IT. The department is, let's say, software developer. The skill level is advanced. They have this acquired skill as AI and machine learning. They need to improve master AI driven development and here we have the preferred learning style. So I'm going to take you towards Google Docs now first of all. And you can see that over here we have a new personalized learning path for new user. Also, when I'm going to take you towards the email account of this new user, you can see that the mail is received over here. Okay, and now here we have the PDF of the learning path. This means that yes, our connection is absolutely successful. And also our workflow is running fine. So you can also create this amazing automation without any coding and programming skills in order to improve employee training with AI-driven learning paths by simply connecting your Google Sheets, your AI agent and Google Docs. I hope the automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.